Released WWE stars are expected to debut at AEW Collision. Also, some new WWE trademarks that are kind of confusing. We're going to talk about that, some name changes, and a whole bunch more, and so much more news coming up right here on The Ango Show. Yes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to The Ango Show. I actually want to kick things off with some trademark stuff. We have quite a few news stories to discuss. Hikuleo appears to be joining WWE. We talked about this the other day. Now there appears to be a new trademark, which at this point, guys, I think it's fair to say that WWE is probably using this for Hikuleo because they have applied for the trademark Talla Tonga, which is spelled Talla. Now, I get it. He is tall. And I get it that Hikuleo, I personally don't have an issue with the Hikuleo name, but look, it's very obvious what WWE is doing here. They have Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga. They want Tonga in the name, right? Talla Tonga. I was trying to think. I'm like, what's the significance of this? Now, I don't know who tweeted it out. I don't know if there's any validity to it. I don't remember. I was just scrolling through Twitter the other day, and I saw somebody mention that his name is Talla. His middle name is Talla, but it is spelled a little bit differently. Now, I don't know if that's WWE's reason for going about this. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm just going to keep it really simple. I'm really concerned about what's going to happen to the Tongas, right, after the Bloodline storyline. And I'm not saying this because I don't have faith in WWE or anything like that. I just think, it's inevitable. We're going to get into a Bloodline civil war. Is that why WWE is bringing them all into the company? And then after the fact, they might just have nothing planned for them. I don't know. I'm a really big fan of Tama Tonga. I really like GOD being in WWE. Hikuleo joining WWE is cool with me. I'm just kind of, up in air about this. And I hope WWE doesn't waste time in terms of this debut. Obviously, we're going to see how it all goes down. I'm excited about the Bloodline Civil War, but obviously I hope that these guys, because I like them all so much, I hope that they are given stuff to do even after the storyline concludes, which we are a far time away from that. Another trademark that we got to discuss, Los Garza. Guys, I don't know what the hell is happening here. I think maybe this is an indication that WWE has re-signed Angel Garza, maybe even Humberto Carrillo. We know that their contracts are coming up. We know that WWE, obviously, they got a tag team division that's on the rebound. But Los Garza, what is the point of this? It's intended to cover the categories of entertainment services, namely wrestling exhibitions and performances. I'm going to assume that this is for a name change of some sort. Now, I didn't take Spanish class in high school. I didn't have to take it in college. I don't know much about Spanish, but I did do a quick Google search, and I just put, what does los mean in Spanish? Because I was always under the assumption that it just simply meant the. And when I Googled it, that was correct. So, the Garza. What's the plan here? I don't know. That's why I'm kind of bringing it up. I kind of want to see what you guys think. Maybe Angel Garza is going to go singles. Maybe Humberto Carrillo leaves WWE, and this is going to be like a rebrand for Angel Garza. I don't know. The one thing I do know, though, is that WWE has changed their freaking names too many damn times. First, they keep the first names, then they go with the last names. Then it's only the last name. Then they bring back the full name. Now it's back to Humberto was then shortened down to Berto. Angel Garza is now just Angel. I don't know. The name changes and stuff like that are happening. I don't really understand why they're happening. But my point that I'm trying to make is that I'm a really big fan of these guys. I really want them to be a big part of the tag team division. I want them to be the ones that end up taking the tag belts off of Grayson Waller in theory. But obviously, I cannot be optimistic about that. So another trademark, another confusing situation regarding Angel Garza and maybe even Humberto Carrillo. We'll see how it all unfolds. Some interesting news coming out surrounding the Wyatt 6. Obviously, WWE had a QR code this past week that indicated that they will be joining WWE Raw on the 17th. Now, PWInsider.com has reported today that they were told by multiple sources that the group was slated to film vignettes this week in advance of their unveiling, which may come as soon as this Monday. Yeah, I mean, if you go to the QR code that they dropped, you go on a website, there's a countdown. They keep teasing a massacre of some sorts, which is really interesting from a TV storyline perspective because the Wyatt Six has not targeted anybody. The QR codes pop up at random times during random matches. It doesn't seem like there's been any method of targeting in their situation. So I've been saying for a while that I believe that the Wyatt Six will be revealed and just take over the entire show. I think they're just going to drive chaos throughout everything. But who knows? Obviously, filming vignettes and stuff is important. Obviously, I'm a big fan of vignettes. So, of course, I'm going to be really excited about this. I do think it is a little bit of a missed opportunity to not have the Wyatt Six show up at Clash at the Castle. I feel like it would be a very perfect time to do it. You're going to have Scotland there. You're going to have a crazy crowd. I feel like if you had the Wyatt Six show up at the end of the show, and I said the same thing being applied to Saudi Arabia, you know, they don't even have to target anybody on the pay-per-view, but I always remember Bray Wyatt's return and like to end the show, commentary, the lights go out. Like, I feel like you could literally just copy that. For some reason, that isn't being done here. It doesn't look to being done here. What they do, how they go about it, I don't know. I'm really hopeful that this stuff works out. I want it to work out. But I said this before, man. I made a video on it. Sometimes if you wait too long, you could be hurting yourself in the process. And we all know that WWE Raw crowds in America are not as good as international crowds. So, of course, I'm a little skeptical of keeping this for Monday Night Raw. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong, but just got to keep that in mind. Ladies and gentlemen, Mace and Mansoor look to possibly be joining AEW. Oh my God, this is amazing if this happens. Fightful Select has reported that MXM, Maximum Male Models, are being booked for Saturday's Collision. They previously had talks with TNA Wrestling, and in recent months, they've obviously been working Soft Ground Wrestling, which is in Uganda. Mansoor was reportedly backstage in LA for the Dynamite that just took place not too long ago. I mean, I don't know what anybody expects me to say other than I'm excited about this. I love these guys. I really do. I think they're incredible talent. I think they're very entertaining. I think they're very good wrestlers. They're very good at social media. They just seem like genuinely good people as well, which always, you know, adds a little bit more of a, hey, I want to see you I want to see you win mentality, right? I feel like AEW has a great tag team division. I don't think the focus is necessarily there. You bring them into Collision, that's fantastic, but I want to see them actually integrated into AEW programming. I want to see them actually signed by the company. And truth be told, I want to see them eventually become tag team champions. I think they're great. I think they deserve it. I think if AEW does sign them, I think that's a massive win for AEW. These are not game changers. These are not guys that are going to come in here and put 10 billion people into seats, right? People got to have realistic expectations. These are guys that are so damn good that they will overall improve the quality of the product every time they're on the screen. That's what AEW needs. And as a fan, that's what I want. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'll see you next time.